This is Apollo Control. 5437 ground elapsed time. We have acquisition through Merritt Island launch area at this time of Apollo and Soyuz as they prepare for first transfer. We're standing by here for resumption of communications as spacecraft communicator Carol Bobko makes a call to the crew.
Apollo Houston through Mila, over.
Last clear, Bo, how you reading?
We would like the up telemetry switch to direct on panel 230.
Up telemetry direct, Roger.
And while you're down there, Vance, the other thing is on panel 400. We would like the VTR power switches, the telemetry, interlever, and VTR all to the on position.
Okay, you were cut out. Please say again, VTR position, VTR power.
Roger, the 3 VTR power switches on the right, on the left-hand side, all to the on position.
That's verified.
Thank you. And Apollo, could you give us a progress report on the transfer?
Yeah, Bo, if you're reading, we're on step 19, but actually we've also completed 20 and 24.
I understand you're on 19, but you've done 20 and 24 as well.
That's for, except for the last part of 24, from the clock. Cost consideration.
Go ahead. And command module Houston on panel 230, we would like the up telemetry switch to up telemetry.
Track, Mel. Up telemetry switch.
Roger, on your FT, on your air ground configuration should be simplex Bravo, reverse simplex Bravo.
Copy.
The near the sun. Yes, on your coming path, your VHF air ground should be simplex Bravo, reverse simplex Alpha.
And Apollo, we show the spacecraft in free at the present time.
Sing out when you see FM TV modulation. Roger, back to CMC on him.
Thank you.
And would you like
that's
back
negative.
Bo, to the...
Okay, how about right now? Roger, we have ASTP. Call it back.
Roger.
We're near the track.
Track, no?
Yeah, I'm in there. That's simplex Alpha.
Copy.
You copy?
Say the angles you'd like, Bo. Roll pitch on.
Yes, that's simplex Alpha. I'm sorry, I'll give you wrong information. Solid, that's that signal. That's fine. Take one.
What's your modulation electric? Go ahead. Good show, all right, we'll do it.
There's AOS, CSM PM, AOS, CSM FM. AOS, TV.
Rocky module, Houston, could you tell us if the port light is on? We're getting a picture that's a bit bright.
Negative, it's not low. They're up, turn it on, but it's better noise.
Roger, understand it is not on at this time.
Soyuz, Apollo.
Soyuz, this is Apollo.
TV video quality is poor.
Yeah, but that's
What is your step 19?
That's a phenomenon.
Is step 19 in normal?
Stroke of the job.
How many minutes, please?
LOS, ASTP TV. Yeah, I'll give you a few. You can contact. Yeah, but that's to enable your VHF opening. Okay, yep, I'll do that. Bermuda RTC, bring up the stairs, bring the modulation on.
Over.
Step number 19 is completed.
Bermuda, go for time. Roger, Bermuda. Go ahead and do your normal activation on you. European signal strength is 125. Okay, look for low bit rate data.
Soyuz, this is Apollo. Now our step 20 is completed.
Bermuda, decom lock, open. Okay, go for the land. Roger, Madrid.
Apollo, you can go ahead. Roger, we're reading you, but you have a bit of an echo. You're the Delaware, step in.
Say it again, please. Soyuz. We're doing 21, over.
Video quality 5.
Apollo, we've completed step 20 and they're working on step 21.
Roger, understand you've completed step 20.
That's Glenn Lenny on your monitors now. He is the American flight director.
And Don, we've got a picture of you right there to the right of the hatch. Looks fine.
Okay.
We had a picture of you there in front of the TV, and may we suggest you move to the right or the left of it?
You talking to me?
No, that was to this is docking module pilot. Tom, yours looks just fine.
Yeah, want to get your... I didn't hear your message there, Bo. Okay, you're talking about that camera. Oh, okay. Like the picture you had on the other one, eh? Can't fix that. Okay, at 37, he's at 40 right now.
Soyuz, this is Apollo.
Did you tell her you're not free?
Now, hatch 4 is open, over.
Lost one.
Roger, roger.
Negative. Oh, okay. Right here. No,
Hatch 4 is open. We are now equalizing the pressure between the docking module and the Soyuz.
Tell him we're not hearing any Soyuz crew remarks right now. We were all while ago.
I didn't hear you transmit. Yeah. Open. That's real.
Is it open?
Apollo Houston, we're not hearing a Soyuz relay at this time.
Okay, we think they said hatch 4 is open, but we're standing by to confirm it. Roger, Bo, let's give it a check. Soyuz, Apollo.
Soyuz, this is Apollo.
Series are concrete.
Hatch 4 is open.
Something shaking. Okay, Bo, the configuration looks good.
We copy, Van.
Oh, hell, that's thrust. I don't know.
Soyuz, this is Apollo.
Handshake, top to that, set the valve. We follow.
Is your step 22 finished, completed, over?
Advance on panel 10, check that the phone mic interconnect is on and the FM phone.
I think that's those guys shaking around there. Okay, the phone mic interconnect is on. The amplification is on. And the setting's about 5.
Thank you.
The pressure stays right there. Looks like they're having trouble with their hatch. Soyuz Apollo.
Soyuz, this is Apollo. How do you read me? Roger. All right. We're now working on step 23. And we are equalizing the pressure between the Soyuz and the docking module.
Go ahead, Vance. Did you want panel 6 mode to box adjust sensitivity? It's open. Yeah.
Obviously, they've had a little problem feeding that picture from Houston through to Moscow, and that's why the screen is black. They're working on a picture right now.
Oh, he's up ahead. What's that? Run the TV camera thing. Okay.
Doc, you might be a pilot. We can move to the right a bit so we can see the picture.
Roger.
Thank you.
Somewhere. Back. It's right around.
The process from moving from one vehicle to the other. Although they've finished most of that half hour now. We're just waiting for the last couple of minutes here, maybe a minute.
I think the time is around 41 minutes. I don't think we're good yet. Okay. I see the time is, yeah, it was here. Yeah, right. Okay. About 52, I guess. Okay, here we go now. Okay, but we got the valve open. Okay.
Apollo, Houston, we're still not reading Soyuz com, but we are reading your hot mic.
Okay. Okay, Vance, now panel 6, mode box. Okay, box. Sensitivity is required, approximately 7. Okay.
This is the first major communications dropout I think we've had that Houston Mission Control is not hearing from the Soyuz.
Soyuz, our step 23 is completed. We are now working on step 24.
But that's a report from Leonard.
The temptation just to reach up there and pull that hand on, you can almost see it. There it goes.
We're right on screen. Okay, there. Okay, go to unlock. Camera's running. Okay. Right on schedule.
Houston, we're not hearing Soyuz. Can you hear them all right?
Well, we're not hearing them, Bo. Soyuz, Cox,
Soyuz, how do you read?
Я готов привать loop 3.
I am ready to open hatch 3.
We don't hear them down here.
You read that, Bo?
We read UD loud and clear, but we do not read Soyuz.
Okay. No, we're not reading much. We can read them. A little bit.
Understand.
Picture looking okay down there, Bo?
We got a great picture of Tom in the hatch.
We're going to have to open up these hatches and speak sign language if they get that communication going.
Okay, I'm opening hatch 3.
There it goes, huh?
There they are.
Oh, great.
Stable.
Stable.
Go ahead, Tom. Electric. At the moment. Passaging.
They don't know supposed to come over to the American side of the docking module.
No, then we'll cut it. Turn it off, and we'll turn it on.
Communication should improve now.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Symbolically as well as actually.
Right. Loading checklist.
Okay, 51, you're supposed to go in the Soyuz. Come in here and shake hands.
readily apparent that the technical way of doing it would check which isn't exactly the way we do it in the science fiction movies.
Come here, please.
Leonov's never been camera shy, but he's delaying that entrance.
Looks like they got a few snakes in there, too. Yeah. That off
They're right on schedule. It's great.
Yes. He's got a few snakes in there. He's probably talking about those umbilical cords of various kinds, communications, and so forth that may be delaying it.
Listen. Our viewers are here. Come here, please.
These Russians will be in their pressure suits. They got into the suits for the docking and I believe for the depressurization. I think this is in.
I think they're still sensitive about hatches in space having had that problem before. Total problem, of course.
Here it comes. There's the handshake.
I have to say,
There it
The
is.
handshake. Oh, great.
Push it right. Very, very happy to see you. Glad you're going to stop us. This is Soyuz and the United States.
That looks like the Russian greeting of the
Russian in the Russian tradition.
Yeah, that's great.
Valery, come here. Valery, how are things? We too. Okay.
What you're hearing there is a translation of what Tom Stafford and Deke Slayton are saying to Valery Leonov. They are speaking in Russian to them.
Now, this is Tom going into the orbital module of the Soyuz.
Houston, we're still not hearing Soyuz well. Are you hearing them?
Loud and clear. You see us on the picture?
There's supposed to be a television link.
In order to check the configuration, would you check on page F1-40?
Going to permit us to see the picture in the orbiting module.
Say again.
What we're going to see is a little more spacious living quarters than actually in our Apollo command module, because this is really just sort of a living room, an experimental room. Their flight control is in their descent vehicle, so-called, which is where they ride on ascent into orbit and on descent. And the orbiting module is really just an extra room that's dropped off before they return to Earth. Their total amount of space in the two modules is about equivalent to all of ours, a little more than all of ours in the command module. A little more, but not a great deal. But it seems roomier in that orbital.
In the orbital module, it seems very roomy. It's actually a parlor.
But
No problem transferring chuckles.
How do you read, Houston?
We read you loud and clear, Tom.
Okay, you get the picture?
Roger, we've got a good picture of the hatch and you people inside there in the tunnel.
there are television cameras inside the orbiting module. You can see the lights that they have rigged in there for that purpose, but they haven't switched over to them yet.
Well, so how can you see that?
We expect to see that scheduled that way. They had trouble with their television cameras in Soyuz yesterday, and finally were said to have solved the problem by opening up part of the instrument panel, cutting through it, and using some adhesive strips as insulating tape and wiring the wire together.
Yeah. It's getting a little bit crowded in there, Robert.
Deke Slayton went back and readjusted that camera. That's right in part of the checklist. Everything goes according to what they, nominally, that is, according to the plan so far. There, we get the picture from inside the orbiting module. There's the Russian picture coming to us now. A little hard to make out at the moment.
Those are the snakes that Tom was referring to, of course, these various cables and wires for communication.
There's a big blossom of light that's causing that strange appearance there.
This is how I typically look when I'm fishing, too.
I expect they're getting a little reflection from some point in the orbital module.
Incidentally, on the lighting, there's been a major problem throughout the planning of this mission as to whether the lights should be of intensity for television or intensity for film. The Russians put priority on film. They wanted the lighting for film.
Donald Stafford, Lance Branch, and Don Sladen.
And we wanted it for television.
In the name of the Soviet
they
people
compromised.
and myself personally, I am congratulating you with a significant event, the first docking of the Soviet spacecraft Soyuz 19 and the American spacecraft Apollo. The whole world, with great attention and delight, is observing your responsible work that you're performing in carrying out the scientific experiments.
These are the words of Soviet Chairman Brezhnev, speaking from Moscow.
Correctness of the decisions were made, which was carried out in joint cooperation and friendship between Soviet and American designers, scientists, and cosmonauts. It could be said that the Soyuz and Apollo is a prototype of future orbital space stations. Since the time of launch of the first Sputnik and the first flight of man into space, the space has become an arena of international cooperation. Détente, positive movement ahead in Soviet-American relations have created the proper conditions for the first international space flight. New possibilities are opening up for fruitful development of scientific cooperation between countries and the peoples in the interest of peace and progress of all humanity.
Apollo, Houston, go ahead.
To you, the courageous conquerors of space, have the great honor of opening a new page in the history of research. I wish you successful completion of the planned program and a safe return to Earth. Leonid Brezhnev.
That was the message from Chairman Brezhnev, read up through the spacecraft.
So the Soyuz, how do you read? I read you well. We're very grateful and excited for these about these warm words. And we'll work even better. Thank you very much.
Looks like it may take the rest of the mission to straighten out those lines.
I really wonder how they can keep them straight.
Houston, we are now reading Soyuz.
Everything is normal. Have you turned off the other camera? Once more, we'd like to thank you for these warm words, and would like to say in answer, there's so much to say, and we have so little time.
I'm not clear who that was. Are you, Wally?
That was spoken so well in Russian, I suspect it was one of the Soyuz.
Maybe not for Kubasov, I suppose.
Deke and Tom aren't that rapid.
They're supposed to exchange flags here at some point, and
This looks like a package now.
a certification of the flight, a little document that they all sign and pass back and forth. You know, all those lines remind me of being out in the back lawn and getting the hose and your lawnmower electric line and your dog's leash and your wife's clothesline all in one.
Tom, we would like everybody around the table and the TV set up, and then we'd like Deke to give his headset to Alexei.
That's for the purpose. That's Houston Mission Control speaking, and they're trying to get set up to hear President Ford, who's going to speak to them directly from the Oval Office at the White House.